a tough fighter. He does everything so well. I kept saying he reminds me a lot about me. There's nothing flashy and nothing special that stands out in Errol Spence. But everything he does it very well, very effective. A lot similar to the way I fight. But he was obviously a lot better, and he was bigger guy, longer reach, the height, and he knew how to use it. He didn't give it up. You know, whenever I tried to get on the inside a little bit, whenever I tried to walk forward, he walked back and keep the distance. And whenever I tried to box on the outside, he would walk forward just enough to be at a distance that he was able to tag me with and land punches, combinations. And I think I want to earn my shot. I need to win, you know, a few fights, get another big fight, maybe a world title fight, and that would secure a rematch opportunity.
As y'all heard on the clip, Mikey Garcia claims that there is nothing special with Errol Spence. He stated he's a pretty good fighter. He does everything well. He reminds him of himself. However, he just had the height and reach advantage, and he couldn't get to him fight night. Now, right after Mikey Garcia made those comments, he received a whole lot of backlash. However, y'all have to keep in mind why he made those comments. It's for multiple reasons. One of them is to earn another title shot against the cash cow, Errol Spence. Errol Spence proved that the 47,000 fans that came to see the fight, most of that success was because of him. And we know that because of the obvious reason. When Mikey Garcia fought Jesse Vargas in Dallas, it wasn't that successful. Not even close to the success of Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. And one thing for sure, it was Errol Spence who had a pay-per-view fight right after against Shawn Porter. Even though Shawn Porter fought most of the welterweights, he never been on pay-per-view till he fought Errol Spence, just like Mikey Garcia. Another reason is due to the obvious, which is the way he lost, the fashion he lost in. He literally lost the fight in every fashion. Mexican style fashion, American style fashion, boxing wise, brawling wise, you name it. Errol Spence schooled him in every department. So Mikey Garcia kind of have to justify the loss by bringing up the height advantage that Errol Spence had during the fight. However, that's a huge negative, and it came out as an excuse due to the fact that Mikey Garcia in the past fought multiple tour fighters, and he had no issue solving that type of a puzzle. For example, Robert Easter and his latest opponent, Jesse Vargas. The way he beat them, he put it together like puzzle. But when it came to Errol Spence, he was missing a whole lot of pieces. You know what that mean? It don't mean Mikey Garcia lost the fight because Errol Spence had the reach or the weight size advantage. It meant that Errol Spence was the better fighter. Usually when a fighter move up in weight, they will have the speed advantage. They will have an easier time finding the target. It's usually the bigger fighter that's going to use his size in order to beat his opponent. For example, Gennady Golovkin versus Kell Brook. Kell Brook was tagging Gennady Golovkin early on, and then Gennady Golovkin overwhelmed him. So what I'm trying to say is, Mikey Garcia, he was supposed to be able to find Errol Spence way easier than Errol Spence was finding him during the fight, especially during the early rounds. However, that wasn't the case. Errol Spence that night came to show Mikey Garcia that I could box better than you, I could fight in the inside better than you, and mid-range. Whatever you could do, I could do it better. He made him retract his statements. See, Errol Spence is the type of fighter, he will make you eat your words. He did it with Mikey Garcia when Mikey claimed that he could do everything better than Errol. And he also did it with Shawn Porter when he told Shawn Porter, I'ma show you that I have more dog than you. In fight night, he showed Shawn Porter exactly that. Fighting Shawn Porter and beating him at his own game, dropping him in the process. I mean, it's only right. It's man down, obviously, right? So with that being stated, For Mikey Garcia to claim that there is nothing special with Errol Spence because he's not flashy. See, people associate being flashy with being special. A fighter that's special is who could fight multiple ways, who could beat multiple styles, and that have the it factor to be an all-time great, which all of that Errol Spence brings to the table. So for Mikey Garcia to claim that there is nothing special with Errol Spence because he's not flashy, that's something a casual fan would say, not a fighter with a whole lot of intelligence. So like I said, Mikey Garcia is just throwing them statements out there to get Errol Spence maybe to react and to justify the loss. However, if nothing is special with him and he dominated you in that type of a fashion, then what does that make Mikey Garcia? Does that make him a bum? Because if Errol Spence is a good fighter, then that makes Mikey Garcia a bum. If Errol Spence is a great fighter, then that makes Mikey Garcia a good fighter. If Errol Spence is a special fighter, an elite fighter, then that makes Mikey Garcia a great fighter. Furthermore, the moral of the story, when you discredit your opponent to please your fans, it ends up firing back on you because you discredit yourself as well. So with that being stated, what y'all think about what Mikey Garcia had to say? Is Mikey still salty at the loss? Or is it just the fact that Mikey Garcia talking about Errol Spence is not flashy to the naked eye when it comes to a casual fan? However, since when a fighter being flashy makes him special? Y'all have to realize, Broner is flashy, Berto was flashy. Does that mean they better fighters than Errol Spence? I think not. So Mikey knows better. With that being stated, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans / old media. Shout out to Dante for being the entrepreneur of new media that I'm a part of. And if you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time Akhi posts to go live on Split Decision. It's a boxing debate / talk show where Akhi is the past, present, and future when it comes to pound for pound, debating wise, and all of the above. So call in, tune in on Split Decision. Is mixed, master, engineered, produced by the one and only y'all broski Akhi. Also, shout out to my broski, my Akhi Lunatune, for the funniest boxing memes. If a picture says 1,000 words, his meme says 1,000,000 words. So make sure y'all keep it a G and follow him on IG. I'm gonna leave his link in the description box below. Like always, follow me too at Akhi TV. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we out of here.